Welcome to The Explainer. Today we have to talk about something incredibly important, a critical safety warning about cyclophene. It's a new, hidden, and frankly terrifying threat that's showing up in the drug supply.
Okay, let's just get right to the single most important fact you need to burn into your memory. This new synthetic opioid, cyclophene, is about 10 times stronger than fentanyl. And just to put that in perspective, right, fentanyl is already 50 times more potent than heroin. So we are dealing with a completely different level of danger here.
But here's the real kicker, the part that makes this so much worse. Unlike fentanyl, you can't test for cyclophene. There are no test strips for it. That makes it a totally invisible killer, hiding in plain sight.
So what exactly is this stuff that has public health officials scrambling all over the world? Let's break down what it actually is.
Cycloprophene is completely man-made, cooked up in illegal labs. It's designed to hit the body's opioid receptors, just like other opioids, but it has absolutely no medical use. It was never a medicine, and it's never been tested for safety.
And this is where you really start to understand the scale of what we're talking about. We know it's about 10 times stronger than fentanyl, but some labs are suggesting it could be up to 200 times stronger than heroin. A lethal dose is literally a few grains, completely invisible to the naked eye.
Okay, so that leads us to the next really critical point. The danger here isn't that people are out there looking for cyclophene. No, the danger is that it's being secretly mixed into other drugs.
So where are police and health officials actually finding this stuff? Well, the answer is pretty much everywhere, and that's what's so terrifying.
Yeah, so it's almost never sold under its own name. Forensic labs are finding it cut into heroin, cocaine, even meth. It's being pressed into fake pills that look exactly like Oxy or Xanax. They've even found it in vape juice and on paper blotters sold as LSD, which means most people who take it, they have no clue. Absolutely none.
And you can imagine, this creates a huge problem for harm reduction. All the tools that people have been taught to use to keep themselves safe from fentanyl, they're completely useless against this new threat.
And this right here, this is the heart of the problem. Because cyclophentyl has a different chemical makeup, your fentanyl test strips won't see it. They'll give you a false negative, a totally false sense of security, while this lethal substance stays hidden.
So, with this new reality, knowing how to spot an overdose and exactly what you need to do, it is more important than ever before.
The signs, they're gonna look a lot like a typical opioid overdose, but the huge difference here is the speed and how severe it is. Because it's so incredibly potent, a person's breathing can just stop incredibly fast.
So this leads to probably the most important question for anyone out there, from first responders to friends and family. Can you actually reverse a cyclophene overdose?
So the short answer is yes. Naloxone, Narcan, it does work. But this is a life or death but. Because this stuff is so powerful, one single dose is almost never enough to bring someone back.
Just take a look at this. For a heroin overdose, one dose of naloxone is often enough. For fentanyl, you might need one or two. But with cyclophene, we're hearing from first responders that they're having to use 3, 4, sometimes even more doses just to get a response.
And look, this isn't some far-off threat we're talking about. This isn't theoretical. Cyclophene is here, right now, and it is already leaving a trail of death across the US and Europe. I mean, the drug has absolutely devastated some communities. East Tennessee has become a major hotspot, with 41 confirmed deaths in just an 8-month window. And we're seeing confirmed fatalities pop up in Illinois, the UK, and Germany too.
And we know that as of early 2026, at least 14 states have confirmed cases involving cyclophene. And honestly, the experts are all saying that number is almost certainly way too low, because most labs aren't even testing for it yet.
Okay, let's pull all this together. What are the absolute must-know, life-saving takeaways here? This is the information that you have to share.
Let's be crystal clear. Cyclophene is 10 times stronger than fentanyl, and you cannot test for it. You have to assume that any drug from the street could have it. Naloxone works, but you're probably going to need multiple doses. Never use alone, and call 911 immediately. If you share one thing from this entire explainer, please make it this message.
So let's get this down to 4 simple, non-negotiable rules for staying safe out there. 1. Carry more than 1 dose of Narcan. 2. Never ever use drugs alone. 3. Call 911 the second you suspect an overdose. And 4. Assume any substance that didn't come directly from a pharmacy is contaminated.
So, I want to leave you with one final thought. If you had to remember just one number from all of this,
one piece of data that could save life, what would it be?
Is it the fact that it's 10 times stronger than fentanyl? Or that there are 0 tests available for it? Or is it knowing that you might need 3 or more doses of Narcan to save someone? The truth is, you can't pick one. They're all equally critical. They create this triangle of risk. And sharing this knowledge, it's our best and maybe our only defense against this hidden killer.